Last week, we made a big announcement at Tackle. We announced a new pricing strategy, a new product tier, and a new, easier way for customers to get started with Tackle. And we're calling this package Tackle Explore. Before we talk about the specifics around that, around what's included, what's not included, why don't we back up a little bit and talk about why we did this in the first place?
So why did we do Tackle Explore? Like Tackle, we've been at this cloud go to market thing since 2016, and we've learned a ton. We've seen $5 billion transacted through the platform. We've seen tens of thousands of transactions, and we work with companies from seed stage startups up to the largest enterprise in the world. But the consistent feedback we've heard, especially over the last 12 to 24 months, is the robustness of our capabilities have grown so much, but startups still wanted to be able to get started, start small, and grow with us. And we didn't have a great way to enable that to happen. And we think there's all these amazing success stories of companies being born cloud go-to-market native that every startup's going to want to invest in this as likely their very first channel, if not the way they start selling from day one. So we came up with Tackle Explore as a way to give people access to everything that we do from day one to be able to power their go-to-market with the cloud.
Yeah. Let's face it, one of the biggest complaints that people had about Tackle, especially smaller startups, was that our pricing was a bit too high for getting started. I think they'd agree that they didn't mind paying once they were up and running, once they saw success, once they saw the transaction volume pick up. But there's kind of an unknown with these marketplaces, with this new channel. Is it going to work for me? And I think that's really what this package addresses. Is it gives people a way to start fast, to get listed, to try out our complete story, co-sell, data, marketplace in a pretty low risk way.
And I talked to a startup last week, and it was really interesting to hear their feedback where they really needed help with strategy. Mm-hmm. They wanted to get listed, they wanted to start co-selling, but they weren't sure where to start. And in addition, they wanted support as they evolved on their journey. And we actually have capabilities that we can wrap around this Explore package for people who want support with strategy, like a strategy workshop, or they want a coach who can help guide their team. Maybe they don't have a person who has experience with cloud go-to-market, help guide their team through those early days. So we can complement Explore with the services and support that you need when you need it.
Absolutely. So let's get into a little bit what's included. First of all, the price point. So this package costs $5,000 for the first year. Within that, we will get you up and running with one listing on one cloud provider of your choice. That's a very simple process. We have a self-service onboarding. We send you a link, you come in, you get going, put in all the information for your listing, and we'll send it over to the cloud provider and get it up and running. At that point, we enable our data layer, which we call Tackle Prospect. That gives you up to 150 scans. And do you want to talk a little bit about what's included, or why a customer would want to do those 150 scans?
Yeah,
what is a scan?
You need to make a decision as you think about, how do I map my pipeline to the cloud, and how do I make decisions about the pipeline I could accelerate fastest with the cloud that I choose to embark on this journey with. What Tackle Prospect allows you to do is to do that analysis in a really seamless way to understand the propensity to buy cloud from your customer base. And this allows early stage companies, or all companies, to be able to focus their cloud go-to-market efforts. Because in the early days, when you're doing your first deal or your first 10 deals, you want to focus on the places where you know this is going to work, to build the stories of success, to start to build your brand with the clouds.
Once you use Tackle Prospect to identify which accounts to go after, we include up to 3 private offers per month. That means you get 3 cloud transactions through the marketplace with custom terms, custom pricing, a deal as flexible as you want it to be. And those can add up to a total of $1 million in total marketplace revenue. Then we also enable our co-sell capability for you. And with that, we include 10 co-sell registrations per month. So those are opportunities probably existing within your Salesforce instance today. We'll show you which ones are going to give you the most bang for your buck, and we're going to allow you to submit those over to the partner network portal that you're using, Microsoft Partner Center or ACE or APN over on the AWS side. Then finally, we want to support you along the way. So as you might expect, all the platform support is included. If you have any trouble with the product, we're gonna be there to help. But a way a lot of customers use us is also for what we call deal support, and we're going to include up to 10 hours of deal support with this package. You want to talk a little bit more about what deal support is, like what kinds of questions that a customer might ask of our team?
Yeah, sure. Especially if you haven't executed on a deal via cloud marketplaces before, creating your first private offer could be a bit confusing. And again, these are your deals. They're the most important. They're the lifeblood of your company. So you're going to want to make sure when you're constructing these offers, you're doing it right. And you want to start to build that muscle to be able to do it on your own. And Tackle Support is there to help you oftentimes construct an offer or think about the nuances associated with an offer. Maybe something like, how would I do flexible payments relative to an offer? So those are the kinds of questions that we see our customers engaging us around.
Yep. So for $5,000, we'll get you up and running. We'll get you the ability to prove out your business case, prove that the marketplace is going to be a viable channel for you. And then when you surpass these limits, you'll move up into our normal pricing tier. That's based on the volume of sales you do through the marketplace. It's really that simple and that flexible. We want our pricing to scale with your success.
Maybe like back to the why for Explore, like there's no compression algorithm for experience is one of my favorite Andy Jassy quotes. And I think that that's true for cloud go-to-market at well. We've been at this a long time. We've learned a ton from some of the largest sellers in the world, and we're excited to be able to bring all of that knowledge, experience, capabilities to all companies in order to build their cloud go-to-market to success.